Howdy music fans, I thought I would do a Chuck Berry video. My Bear family video got a little bit of traction, so I thought I'd show you what else I have by Chuck Berry. And I'm wearing my Chuck Berry shirt. Okay, first off, we have Rockin' at the Hops, which I already had all this material in other formats. I just thought this was cool. I found it one day, it was cheap, and I just like it because it's kind of like the old vinyl. Reminds me of that. So that's number one. Next is the one that everybody should have if you're not as obsessed of a nut as I am about Chuck Berry, and just have the great 28. Lots of great hits there, and lots of great non-hits. Then he plays the Fillmore in, I believe this is 1970 or 69, with Steve Miller is in the band. I don't know if it's the Steve Miller band, but Steve Miller is in the band. Chuck Berry Live, the sensational Chuck Berry Live. I believe this is somewhere in the 70s or 80s. Not sure if it's a bootleg. I don't think it is, but there it is. And then this one is one early live on stage, early 80s, Peterborough, England. It's in this section, so I don't think it's a bootleg. I think it's something I downloaded digitally. I bought it digitally, and then I burned it to CD. Chuck Berry, he released a few albums in the mid 70s. One of them was called Chuck Berry. It's excellent. Got a great version of You Are My Sunshine on there, and Swanee River. All of it's wonderful. And the next one was called Bio, and I have these on vinyl at home and back on the East Coast. And what I did probably was burn these to tape them onto tape cassette back home, and then out here probably burned them onto CD from tape cassette when I did that. San Francisco Dues is the other one. So those three, you just can't find them on CD. So I got them that way. Then this is Back in Memphis, another one I digitally bought and then put on CD. And this is Back in Memphis with Concerto and Be Good. They're both short, so I put them on one CD together. Okay, Golden Hits. This is something he put out, I'm not sure, late 60s or mid 70s. It's pretty interesting because it says 67. It's pretty interesting because it has all of his, or a lot of his hits, but it's in brand new arrangements and new performances and everything, and a lot of electric piano in there and organ. And I have a nostalgic place in my heart for this album because I loved it when I was a kid, so I still like it a lot. Johnny Cash did something like this. He did one, I have that too. He did it in the 70s or the 80s, where he did new versions of all of his favorite songs. I think there's 20 on his. Looks like there's 15, yeah, 15 on this one. And again, nostalgic because I listened to it a lot as a kid. Toronto Rock Concert. This one I have on cassette still. I just saved it for some reason. But it's short, but it's nice. It's a nice performance. This is on Mercury Records after he left Chess, from St. Louis to Frisco. This stuff's a little more funky. Then this was a performance for the BBC. I think it's the BBC, live in England. I've got a DVD for this as well. 1972 TV special, not a bootleg. Very nice performance. And then the London Chuck Berry sessions. I believe Bill Wyman and Charlie Watts are on this, but I'm not sure. This is one of those ones that, like, Jerry Lee Lewis did, Bo Diddley did, Howlin' Wolf did, Muddy Waters did the London sessions. I guess the Howlin' Wolf one's really the most famous one, maybe the Muddy Waters. Rocket is a record he released, I believe, in the mid to early 80s, and all brand new material, and all really good, and all has that Chuck Berry vibe and groove, and gets a lot out of his One Trick Pony. Really, really nice. Hail, Hail, Rock and Roll, the soundtrack to the movie, which was a wonderful movie. Keith Richards was the musical director. Eric Clapton was on there, and Robert Cray, and Linda Ronstadt, and Julian Lennon, and lots of people. And there's that famous scene where Keith and Chuck get into a big fight in there, big argument. And then before he passed away, he put this out, Chuck, which is pretty good. It's definitely not his best work, but I do like it a lot. I was very excited when this was coming out. Nice booklet in there as well. And like I say, it's not his best work, but I just love it because it's Chuck Berry. So that's it for that. And then we're going to get to these chess box sets. I'm just going to open one of them. They have this silly string, which is supposed to be maybe like an old-fashioned Trapper Keeper or notebook, or I don't know what it is, for all his school days type writing. And it opens up into the 4 discs, all laid out nicely in trays. And then at the very end, there's pictures there on the back of each panel, and then there's a nice booklet in there with all the information. It's got photos. It's got all the information on the songs and recording information, and it's got pictures and other text as well. So these are very nice sets. When they came out, they were, I don't know, somewhere between 45 and 60 bucks. And they, I think, are all out of print now, and so they might be more now, hard to find. But they're nice to have. I can't bring myself to get rid of them, even though I have the Bear Family set. Okay, which has 16 CDs, I think, or something. The next one is called You Never Can Tell. That one, this is from 1960 to 66. This was Johnny B. Good, the 50s chess recordings, and this is the exact same layout, so I'm not going to open it up for you, but 4-disc cram full of great songs. A lot of live material on these, and then this one's called Have Mercy, from 69 to 74, complete chess recording. So this has those ones that I recorded from LP to cassette to CD on there, but I like having them as their album. I'd love to find them on CD. If I could, I would. Not last, but next we have some bootlegs. Some of these I've shown you already in my unboxing series, so I'm not going to go through these, but these are all 4 and 5 disc sets, and they're really, I've listened now to, I think, to all of them, and they're all but one, and they're very, very good. A lot of live stuff in there, not a lot of repeat from what I have in my other CDs. This is the other series, Such a Sight to See. The first one was called, this is called Such a Sight to See, Such a Sight to See, and then, I stuck with that. You know, this company or whatever, this website, has 2 of them. One's called Such a Sight to See, and it goes up to, I don't know how many volumes, 5 or 6 or more. And then another one that does the same thing, and I'm just like, okay, I don't know how much I can do. And there's repeat between the 2. Here is a bootleg that has him in 1972 in Amsterdam, and then it's got a little set a little earlier in the year, same year, 1973, several months later, with Jerry Lee Lewis. And I can't remember the quality on this, if it's very good or not. I honestly can't remember. This is excellent. The Palladium, New York, 1988. I believe this is a bootleg, but it's come out in several different versions and several different packaging, different CD covers and all that stuff. But this is New Year's Eve, the Palladium, 1988. And very good. I think that was one of those FM broadcasts. This one is when Bill met Mick, Chuck was there too, in 2008 in Amsterdam. So this has got Bill Wyman and Mick Taylor on the cover, and then the first set is a Bill Wyman set, and the second set is a Chuck Berry set. And I believe they play together through some of this. So that's, and I believe this is actually pretty good quality too. All right, now let's move on to DVDs. This is a collections of bootleg, rock and rarities, lots of TV performances and things like that. This is another one of the same things, lots more TV performances. This goes from 59 to 75. Probably has Don Kirshner's rock concert on there and other stuff. And then I have some of these separate like that as well, just in sleeves. This one has Don Kirshner's rock concert and some Italian television stuff. And then this one is Music Laden, I believe. Then, of course, his big movie that came out that Keith Richards was the director of. I went over the soundtrack, but the movie came in this 4-disc set. Okay. With all DVDs, so you can buy a single disc and you can also buy a double disc, I believe, with the CD of the show and then the DVD, and a nice booklet over here. And this has lots of extra footage. It's got interviews with Little Richard and Chuck Berry and Bo Diddley, and it's been a long time since I've watched it, but it's a wonderful documentary, just the actual film, culminating in a live performance, the big thing that Keith puts on. I'm not sure if it's the Beacon Theater, it's or Radio City Music Hall, somewhere like that's a big deal. Then this is a bootleg, still rockin'. It's got that live BBC show that I have on CD. This is in '72 from television. Then the thing on the Mike Douglas show with John Lennon, and then Saturday Night Live the same year, 1977, 3 songs. and then live in Basel, Switzerland in '07. It's an AVO special, and that is also Pro Shot. So these are all TV Pro Shot, very nice quality. Then this was a video that was on VHS, Rock and Roll Music. This is the live Toronto show, I believe. I think he played this with Little Richard, and you can find that as well. Those performances together. I might be thinking of a different show, actually. And this is the whole Toronto show, I believe. So this was copied from my VHS onto DVD, and I just copied the cover. Same with this one. This I had on VHS. And it features Tina Turner, and it's at a small club in LA. And I think it's the mid 70s or late 70s, or maybe even early 80s. This is wonderful, though. Some fun stuff on here. Yeah, I think it's 82. It's an hour long. And last, I have my books here. One is just called Rock and Roll Music, and it's, I don't know if I haven't read this one, I don't believe, ever, but it's Falling Apart. It's got discography and lots of pictures. It looks like it's all black and white. This one I have read, the autobiography, and it is wonderful. It reads like one of his songs, really flows literally just like one of his songs. So that's a great book. And this one, I believe I also read, Mr. Rock and Roll by Krista Reese a long time ago. I think I read that one when I got it as a teenager. And this one, nice pictures. Is that? Yeah, nice pictures of Chuck and lots of text and lots of great information. Anyway, that's it for my Chuck Berry. Please feel free to leave comments, click the like or the bell or whatever, and notifications, and subscribe. I'd love to hear from you, and keep checking out more music videos from me. Thanks so much, and have a great day.